Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, Lady V. Thank you, supporters, subscribers, and Patreons. Please share these videos with those who you think it might resonate with. If you're interested in any of my services, books, merch, t-shirts, webinars, sessions, and Higher Realm magic information and meditations, please visit higherrealmholistics.com. Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. CV here. What's up? We have the victory. I'm here to share an activation that I received. Today is the 9th. Let's hop to it. It's from the Cosmic Red Dragon Queen. And she is what's working with us, the energy working with us right now to birth our highest and best. Okay, that is what her energy is here for. So I've been given several activation codes that we already did. Now this one, she described as it being very personal. It is very personal because I was like, how do I share it? Do I record it? Do I do a big group meditation? I was so absolutely not. No big group meditation because it's about the micro. It's about your inner world. It's very personal. Okay, so let's read what the activation code 75 means. Again, this is Joanne Secret Scribes, and I know it says angel numbers, but that's not the way I was told to look at them, since Yeshua is the one who guided me to this channel back in 2012, along with my older sister in Atlanta at the same time. She sent me a link and said, look what I came across, and something told me to share it with you. And I was like, huh? And I sent her the picture. I was like, guess where I am on the exact same page you are on. We're both looking up 1111. How funny is that? So, instant confirmation. So this is about activation codes, okay? The number 75, well, we read about that, okay? So the number 7, spiritual, what you need to focus on, the vibrations of the 7 is spiritual awakening, development and enlightenment, your inner self, inner wisdom, good fortune, persistent of purpose, very important, psychic abilities, divine soul mission. Very highlight divine soul mission. Number 5 lends its qualities of auspicious new opportunities, striving for success, motivation, activity, making important decisions and choices, major life changes, learning life's lessons through experience, personal freedom, expansion, and progress. This is the big focus. Taking all the good fortune coming in and using it for your highest to manifest that actual highest and best, whatever that is for you. The angel number 75 is a message that any ideas, thoughts, plans, and promptings you have been intuitively receiving should be followed at this time, as you are assured success. The way she said it, the way she gave it to me was like the number was like vibrating in bright red. Literally vibrating like crazy. Like I could hear the vibration. It was like neon, and it was an urgency so who's ever ready, if you're sitting there saying, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do, then it's not for you yet. Figure it out. And I've said a cajillion times how to figure that out. You need to go vertical. You need to sit there and actually have a spiritual practice without excuses. Without excuses. Okay? That's it. Only you can foster that connection, okay? It's a relationship, and you have to foster the relationship with your oversoul. That's your direct connection to source, your penthouse view, okay? So that's how you find out. And, you know, we ain't got time to go back and lollygag, so I have to keep pushing forward with everything that's coming through because of the urgency of everything. Because these codes, she said, are with us for light workers. And it's not just light workers, excuse me, not just light workers, for everyone and anyone who's open to receiving this. Don't think just because you are awakened to certain things and you've been ascending does not mean the normie next door has not been ascending also in their own way, on their level, in their lane. I can certainly say that about my older sister and my best Muggle friend. I could certainly say that about them. I just sit there and I'm in awe at the changes and how just certain things come out of their mouth and they're just doing certain things. Like my older sister, she's not been back to New York since she left, and it's been a good 15 years since she left New York and living in Atlanta. And she's like, you know what, with all that I went through, I'm going to New York. I'm going to go hang out with my friends. I'm going to enjoy myself just for a weekend. She's the type of person who's afraid of everything, afraid of her own shadow, afraid of everything, fear of everything. So for her to get on a plane, which is the first time since she was 6 years old, I kid you not, or 5, when she came to the United States, since she was 5, this is the first time she'll ever be on a plane. And by herself. She's growing up so fast. But hey, I was like, wow, good for you. Our BFF, who was her best friend since the 4th grade and mine since the 2nd grade, or 5th grade, wherever they met. 4th grade they met, yeah. Then I came into the picture later on. I'm 3 years younger. So she actually started crying. She's like, oh my God, she's actually going to do it. Yeah. I mean, doesn't sound like much, but it's huge. And my best Muggle friend, like I said, she finally acknowledged what was being done to her by her husband and is moving on rapidly. Ready to open her business. I redid the website. I mean, just lightning speed. Because what? They're working on the macro, on the micro. They're in a world, they're receiving all of these codes. You can receive it unconsciously. You don't have to be conscious and know everything, okay? You just don't. Because as light workers, we do, because we're not just doing it in the micro, we're doing it in the macro also. So that's the deal, okay? So major life changes and life lessons to experience, taking those life lessons through experience and using them to create your highest and best, to create your heaven on earth for yourself and for the macro, for the world, okay? Because what we're doing is not just about us. All right, the number 75 is the message. That any ideas, we read that. Any thoughts, plans, and promptings you have been intuitively receiving should be followed at this time as you are assured success. Follow your own lead and do not allow others to dither or sway you from your chosen path. This is something really important that really gets me in the gut, that I want to address because it has seriously affected me throughout my lifetime. And right now it's so intense. And I'm going to read you, I know it's a couple of Bible verses. It's Yeshua's words, okay? To the best of our knowledge, they're Yeshua's words. They couldn't make everything fake, okay? And again, it has nothing to do with Christianity or Catholicism, none of that. Okay, angel number 75 is also a message that the life choices and important changes you are making or considering are the right ones for you. So do not second guess yourselves. Because I know there are plenty of people out there who sit there and they literally end up being stagnant because all they're doing is second guessing everything and not moving forward. That's a big mistake. The angel, substitute, you could add an oversoul and guides, okay? Want you to know that you have nothing to fear with these changes as they are in direct alignment with your divine life purpose and soul mission. Give any worries and concerns to your angels for healing, oversoul and guides and transmutation, and continue on your path with passion and enthusiasm. Angel number 75 indicates that wonderful new opportunities will arise for you. So get up and meet them. Angel number 75 tells you to trust the changes taking place in your life are happening for reasons that may not yet be obvious. Have faith and trust that all is going to divine plan and welcome these changes into your life as they are set to bring long-term benefits to you and your loved ones. Know that they will be liberating and enlightening. Trust your inner wisdom and guidance from the angels. That was weird. Okay, and they add up to number 3. Okay, so these life choices, these important changes, if you're ready to ignite them and activate them, you could do this meditation that I'm about to drop on you now. Okay, again, if you're not ready, put it aside. Keep it in mind. So when you're ready, you could do it. Okay? Now, what I was told is to print out a Metatron's cube, a plain Metatron's cube, like this. Just look up Metatron's cube and you'll find one. Okay? And write the numbers right in here, 75. Write the number 75 within the inner circle of the seed of life. And you're going to look directly into the inner circle where the number 75 is written, and you're going to say Ma, M-A-R-H-A-H, Om, O-M, Ma-A-Om, Ma-A-Om. You're going to say that 75 times. Okay? 75 times. So you could do that in the morning. I did it this morning, and then I'm going to do it again tonight before going to sleep. And the reason why I want to do it twice a day is because if I do it in the daytime with my morning meditation and prayer, I'm creating and manifesting all day. I'm here to manifest my heaven on earth. And this is the personal, this is the micro. And with me, the micro expands out to the macro. Okay? That's how it is for all light workers on different levels. You know, whether you're a master builder like I am, or you just have your, one little yoga spot, or it doesn't have to be that either. It doesn't have to be quote unquote looking like new age or spiritual. No, you could have a medical practice, holistic health practice. You could be a teacher. You want to open up your own school. You want to come up with some new lesson plan, or you're working at a job. You could be working at it for somebody else and loving it, and you're there to help bring the light into that position. You're not a master builder, but you're bringing change to the micro and the macro by doing that. Okay, so this meditation would still work for you because you want your highest and best. You want to always operate in your highest and best now, okay, because it's manifesting rapidly. Because when she came to me with this number, it was like, I mean, I was like, whoa, I just was like, I'm going to have a seizure, because it was bright red and was just flashing neon lights. You could almost hear the, like, hurry, hurry, like this is it. And these energies, all these codes I'm giving you, these activations, they're in the works, they're in the air, they're working with us. These energies, these vibrations are literally working with everyone. Whether you're a light worker or not a light worker, working with everyone from until the end of 2021. So 2022 is when we have, it's like this, the changing of the guard happens. Right now, it's, as the old world is crumbling, we're building the new one. That's what's going on for this 2-year period. And then from 2022 to 2025, that's the changing of the guard. That is, we've built the heaven on earth, the light workers, and that's when, the normies, have had their period to wake up and to, get with the program, and now they come join us, okay, into a higher understanding. All right, so remember, you're writing the number 75 in here, and you're saying Ma'a Om 75 times. However long you want to do it. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. If you want to do it 1 or 2 times a day, if you want to do it every day for the next 30 days, I'm just going to keep doing it until I have my foundation built and everything is assembled. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep doing it till that point, okay? Now, I wanted to share something very, very important with you and very deep, that has touched me real deep today, for sure, real deep. I've mentioned this several times, and yes, it's going to be a couple of Bible verses, like I said, has nothing to do with Christianity, Catholicism, Yeshua was not a Christian, okay? Nor was he a Catholic. Has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with the Christ energy. Has to do with awakening. It has to do with ascension, all right? Okay, this is the very important spot that I want to highlight for you guys. Follow your own lead and do not allow others to dither or sway you from your chosen path. I've spoken on this many times where Yeshua would say, I would constantly be quoting him, how he would say, you know, shake the dust off your feet, off your sandals, and keep walking if somebody doesn't want to listen. You know, just keep walking. It's to their detriment whether or not they listen to you. And I've spoken about this too with Jesus weeping, how he used to weep over Jerusalem. Jerusalem was his hometown. Okay, that's where he grew up as a kid. That was his hometown. And as you know, the connection I'm making is, and the connection he's made in many other passages, is that the people closest to you, the people who've known you, who knew you way back when, they're the ones who are least likely to take you serious. They're the ones who are least likely to listen to you and to benefit from your wisdom. They're the least likely, because they keep seeing you as, you know, that girl who used to go at the club, you know, that girl who used to hang out at the club. You know, the guy who used to, you know, drink bongs at college parties upside down. That's what they're seeing you as. Okay? And even if we're never that person, it's like your own children or your own sisters and brothers and parents. They could just see you as that. Oh, that's just my little sis. You know, oh, that's my daughter. You know, that's just my son. They don't see your greatness. It's like they're completely blind to it. All right? And in fact, they'll ridicule you. They will try to, especially if they have narcissistic tendencies, they will try to keep you in your place because they find you intimidating. Could be your own kid. They will find you intimidating. And it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them, because they're not trying their hardest and best. And even if you're like, here, silver platter, here's everything you need to help you rise, they'll reject it from you because they don't see you. They don't want to see you as that higher being. They just want to see you as, oh, stupid mom or stupid dad or stupid sis or, you know, grandma, whatever. That's what they want to see you as. They can't see beyond that. The same way with Yeshua, they used to refer, isn't that carpenter's son? It's the carpenter's son whenever he was in Jerusalem to preach. Oh, it's just the carpenter's son. They didn't see him for his greatness. Okay? So I'll put this link in the link in the description so you guys, you know, could read this some more. Jesus cried for Jerusalem at least 3 times. Luke 13 tells us about a day when he wept over the city before arriving there. As he wept through the cities and villages, as he went through the cities and villages, teaching and journeying towards Jerusalem, he cried, "Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, which killeth the prophets and stonest them that are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together, as a hen doth gather her brood under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. And verily I say unto you, ye shall not see me until the time come when ye shall say, Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord." Now, what he was saying is that, you know, he was there like a mother hen. He so wanted to like gather them and keep them safe and help them along, help them grow their wings and help them, you know, become strong. But they weren't having it. They turned their backs to him. He was just the carpenter's son. They weren't seeing him for who and what he truly is. And because of that, Their house is left unto them desolate, meaning they're left empty as empty vessels. They're not filled with the word. They're not filled with the Christ light because they refuse to receive it. It's about receiving. That's how it is. You could have a child and you could try to give and give and give and give to them to help them. But if they're not receiving, there's nothing you can do except to, in my case, is to go on and live your highest and best. Live your highest and best. And keep the window open for them. For the day they do come to you. It's not, I told you so. It's not being angry with them. It's not saying, F you, screw off. I've tried my best and you treat me like shit. Go to hell now. Which both my sisters are really angry at my kids. Like, just tell them the fuck off. They're really angry with them because wow, even though you were in school, you were young. And my older sister said, I could never have been a mom. She became mom in her 30s. She goes, I could never have been a mom when you became a mom. Because I don't know how you did it. Going to school, taking care of kids. Husband was a total narcissist nutcase, going everything against me. But I still kept on, graduating from school, taking my daughter to class with me in the stroller, hiding in the back of the classroom. Thank God. She was an amazing baby. Oh, feeling light. And then my son, I was in my 20s also when I had my son. And he was a great baby too. He was an amazing baby. I was really blessed in that way. I never would be able to do everything I was doing unless they were such great babies where I could go to class with them and hide in the back and the professor never knew I had a kid back there. It looked like a backpack. The car seat stroller thing. The professor was like, what the hell? There's a baby there. How long? I'm like, all semester? He had no idea. He was like, what the hell? He was shocked. I had two professors that were like, what? I had no idea. But it was, hey, I graduated. So like I was saying, they're seeing you as the carpenter's son, and unfortunately, they'll end up desolate. The houses, their minds, their spirit will be left desolate because they're not open to receiving. Luke 19 tells us about Jesus weeping over the city as he entered into it. He wept over it, saying, if thou hadst known, even though at least in this thy day, the things which belong unto thy peace, but now they are hid from thy eyes. For the day shall come upon thee that thy enemies shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee round, and keep thee in on every side, and shall lay thee even with the ground, and thy children within thee, and they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knewest not the time of thy visitation. He could have warned them, he's saying. But they didn't listen. So there's nothing you could do. You could weep, and then you keep it moving. Okay? It is heartbreaking. It's freaking heartbreaking. Here's another one, Mark 6, verse 11. And Jesus said, if any place will not, he was talking to his apostles right now, right? Before he sent them off. Mark 6, verse 11. And Jesus said, if any place will not welcome you or listen to you, leave that place and shake the dust off your feet as a testimony against them. They went out and preached that people should repent. They drove out many demons and anointed many sick people with oil and healed them. Okay, so these people who would not listen, who was like rejected the word, rejected the Christ spirit, they didn't get their free healing, right? They didn't get their healing. They didn't get their anointing. They were stuck with the demons. that has been torturing them. Okay? And again, this will be your loved ones. Okay? All of them, including Yeshua, had to leave their hometowns. They could not preach in their hometowns. They could not do miracles in their hometowns because they were just seen as the tax collector. They were just seen as the fisherman. They were just seen as the carpenter's son. Okay? So it's heartbreaking. And to be honest with you, I took a pretty big hit today from my daughter. Like I said, my sister's reaction were like, F you and move on with it, which they had no problem saying to her. Yeah, it took a lot not to cry. But for the first time, I have to say, I didn't feel suicidal. I didn't feel like, just take me off this fucking place already. I've worked so hard to be treated that way by the people who you love the most, who you've put out the most for, who you risk your life for. It's so painful. Which I felt the same way with my ex-husband, because it was like, wow, I put your ass through school. I saved your life, literally, physically, on more than one occasion. I helped your family. I saved your dad's life. And you betray me. Betrayal's a bitch. And somebody doesn't have to go out and steal your money and, spread lies about you in order to betray you. They could just refuse to see you who and what you are, instead ridicule you. And if they're insecure in who they are, if they don't see themselves winning in their life, they will target you because they feel you're the opposite of them. And here, this is why I talk about this line right here, that I think is so important and needs to be focused on. Follow your own lead and do not allow others to dither or sway you from your chosen path. And the Cosmic Red Queen gave this to me real hard this morning before I found out what my daughter did. And when my sister texted me, I was just like, okay. I had an inkling. I asked her a question. She texted me back. It's like, and then showed me what she responded to my daughter when she found out my knowing was true. My sister was like enraged. But I wasn't. I was hurt. I already knew deep inside. I was like, wow, she really feels that low about herself, and that's a shame, because I've always done everything to lift her. But to look, the ones closest to you will be the ones, like I said, even your child or your own spouse, husband or wife, will sit there and compare themselves to you. And for some reason feel like, it's like the whole SJW thing. There's no making them happy. Even your destruction would not make them happy. You could sit there and slit your wrists and your throat and die and bleed to death and say, okay, I'm doing it so you could step on top of me and be above me. It still wouldn't be enough for them, because they'll still be left empty. Because that's how they started out, empty. And there's no filling them. It's very difficult filling up a narcissist. Extremely difficult. They feel this false sense of satisfaction, this fleeting moment of being filled by besmirching your name and turning others against you. Whoever you're closest to, they will do their damnedest to turn them against you. And this is the first time where I didn't feel overwhelmed by that, like it was going to swallow me whole. I was just like, okay, it's true. That's fucked up. But I have a trip coming up to the Amazon. I can't wait. I have a lot of cool things. I have this amazing office. I'm about to manifest my highest and best good. It's all coming before my eyes. I have so much to live for. I've helped millions of people. All right, shake the dust off my feet, keep it moving. I'll keep a window open up for you. The sin's on you. It's on your heart, not mine. My heart is clear, crystal clear. So what need do I or you, anyone out there who's going through the same shit, like my BFF Muggle friend, she's dealing with that with her older sister, who's done everything to try to destroy her. Why? I don't know. The woman's good looking. She has a couple of kids, beautiful children, beautiful home, has her own business, makes 6 figures, but despises her sister and wants to do everything to see her. It's like her being dead on the floor wouldn't be enough for her. That's how envious she is of her. It's crazy. It's crazy. Can't explain it. Can't explain it. And it's so funny because I saw the same soul arrangement with her and her sister as I have with my daughter, where it's a low vibrating soul that's been stuck in reincarnation loop for a minute, latch onto you as a higher vibrating being so you could help pull them out. And she's a total muggle. Doesn't mean she's vibrating real low. It's just mean her soul is an earth soul, is a regular earth soul, my friend. So, but she's still vibrating higher than their sister. So they made that soul contract to get through this life. It's like they hate you for helping them. Ever meet somebody like that? They despise you for helping them. I went through that in nursing school when I went back for nursing college. And there was this chick who hated me. I honestly didn't even know of her existence until I was doing, on the weekends, I was doing this volunteer work. And New York Newsday, which is a big New York newspaper, they had me there. So the school had my picture, the article with me on. I still have it. I could dig it up for you guys. Framed, and they had it up in the hallway and everything. And then, for graduation, I was Nurse of the Year. So they had it up there, right? And I walked by one day, I was like, what the? And somebody drew black teeth, a mustache, and a black eye on me. I was like, really? What the? We're all adults here. Somebody did that? Really? And I remember this little Filipino kid, his student, he's like, oh, she did it, so-and-so. I won't say her name. I won't call her out her name. It was like, blah, blah, did it. I was like, who? I didn't even know who she was. Honestly did not know. I'm like, why? I don't understand. Next thing I know, everybody's saying, oh, she hates you. She hates you. I'm like, how could she hate me? I don't know her. I never spoke to her. And she also poisoned my water. Yeah, I'm highly allergic to a certain substance. And she put it in my water. And it was a patient who actually did not know how to talk. She thought the patient was too out of her mind, Alzheimer's, just sitting in a wheelchair in the conference room where we had our things. She thought the patient was too out of it to know what was going on. So when I went to go grab my water later on, I was like about to take squig. The patient was like, and I was like, what? And the patient scribbled down, she poisoned your water. And I was like, what? And then just at that time, she was walking by and she was like, she pointed at her. I was like, what the fuck? And then her BFF walked in, grabbed the water from my hand and dumped it into the garbage. Turned around, dumped it. And she goes, I can't stand you either. But the only reason I did that is because you have 2 kids. You have 2 little kids. You have a baby. You have a new baby. I was like, what the hell just went on? And I looked in the garbage can. Sure enough, there were the packets. Because the patient went like this and kicked the garbage can over it. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, wow. Took it to the counselor and everything. And she said, oh, it was just a practical joke. I didn't know it was going to do something like that. But that's a lie because somebody had offered me something with the artificial sweetener in it. And I was just like, no, I'm highly allergic. So she knew what it would do to me. So she tried to kill me. And the school counselor said, why'd you do that? I said, because I hate her. Well, why do you hate her? Because I feel like she's taken my place. And I'm like, how do you think I'm taking your place? I had a 4.3 GPA and she had a 3.7 GPA. I'm like, oh, there's like 20 to, there's like freaking like 50 people in between us or something. I mean, how, you know, that it's like, I didn't understand. Like, huh? I was like, blew my mind. So that's what I mean. Like, according to her, she wanted to knock me off. Because that was somehow, I'm like, okay, why don't you pick on the 3 other Jewish girls, Hasidic girls that are in the same range as me? Why don't you go knock them off or something? Why don't you go knock off the other 2 little white girls who are right there, who have the 3.6s, you know, who has the 4.0s and the 4.1s and the 4.2s. Why don't you go after them? Why me? Because I was the only black person same age as her. That's why. It's crazy, people. It's crazy. And yeah, it is demonically influenced. But you have to be vibrating low enough to have that kind of attachment and influence get to you. I don't even understand the emotion of envy and jealousy. I never did. But I've been dealing with it all my life. From every family freaking member, from my own husband. So it is what it is. But for the first time, I didn't feel like, okay, a meteorite just land on my head so I can leave because I can't take this pain anymore. It was painful, but it didn't damper what I see going on in my life right now. So lesson learned, I guess I had to get that hurt by someone I gave birth to in order to release that whole suicidal tendency thing, that suicidal ideation constantly going on, where it's just like, it's not depression, it's just knowing that you're in the middle of hell. Okay? But because of everything going on, everything I've experienced, especially when 2020 hit, seeing the changes so rapid, I have hope. I have hope that, yeah, this is the dawning of the new age, and I have something to do with it. This is the dawning of the new age. I have something to do with it. Shame on you, and it's too bad that you're not experiencing it, and I hope you come out of it, and I'll keep a window, and I'll keep sending you love. Okay? So, CV out. No, QV out. Yeah, somebody, subscriber called me QV. I was like, I'm going to use that. Queen V. QV out, everyone. All right? Thank you very much. And remember, all the webinars, meditations, they're all accessible to you whenever you're ready. They're ready when you're ready. All right? HiramHolistics.com. Bye. Yeah, mwah, sugar, because I know you could use it. So can I. I get sugar right here. I need some sugar. All right, bye.